Hello friends, welcome back in this session. So in this session we are going to understand the new DevOps project, and this is completely project based on the microservice deployment on Elastic Compute Cloud. That's a EC2 instance with different component like auto scaling group, load balancing. This will be also part of the simple live project. Why? Just because of we are totally integrate this project with the our live URL. So we also deploy our container Docker container, and will access through the live URL. So let's try to understand what tools we are going to use in this project. So we are going to use in this project Jenkins, Java. So basically the microservice is based on the Java. Using Gradle we are going to build the this our project, and this will build again into the Docker based container, which will be pushed to the Docker hub, and will pick that image from the Docker hub. uh, in terms of the AWS, we use the EC2 load balancing, Route 53, certificate manager for the which we are taking the URL. We create our own certificate. So we will use deploy our application with the fully HTTPS, and which comply with the HTTPS certificate also. So basically we use Terraform here to create our infrastructure, and infrastructure will be created on the part of the AWS. So we will use the different AWS services here in this complete project. So let's have a look how our application goes to deploy, and what's the look for our application. So this is my application which deploy through the complete our DevOps project. You can see this is the URL for our application. This is the deployed using the live URL. You can find with the HTTPS here, you can see, and here in certificate portion you will find this connection is secure. The certificate is completely valid. So we are passing the valid certificate here using the AWS certificate manager certificates. So this is the completely live project which taken from the live URL. So we have taken URL from the GoDaddy, which we have purchased officially. We have configured URL with the host zone in our Route 53 service, in our AWS service. So this application basically looks here how it works. It's a simple ping manager. Here we use to the do the ping. Let me just show you how it works. So I'm just pinging to yahoo.com. This will ping to yahoo.com, and it will just check that whether it's reachable or not. So this is the UI here. It's basically given the success return, and basically it's a simple ping application where we take validating the service of the any server is reachable or not using the ping command. So this application is deployed through the Terraform, which created the resource using the Terraform script. Application is created using the Java based microservice. So let's have a look how we have created application and what kind of resource we have used. So tools and application side, what resource we have used? We have used the Java based application, Gradle for the compilation project, Docker Compose for the making our Docker build and Docker run on the EC2 instance. Terraform basically used for the creating the complete infrastructure on the AWS. AWS side we have used the EC2 instance, auto scaling group, load balancing, Amazon certificate manager, and Route 53 service. So this all resource we have used in our basically this project. This is a ping a simple ping manager application which we have shown the live. So now let's look how our application is deployed in AWS. So let me go through the AWS side. So this is the AWS EC2 instance I'm taking here. So here we find the instance running here. Let's so there is two instances running. So one is our Jenkins service is running, and second is our application, that's a simple ping manager application is running. And in this particular instance, our Docker is running, where the simple ping manager is running as part of Docker. So let's connect this public IP for this instance where our Docker service is running. So this instance SSH I have taken. You can find the our Docker Compose over here. So this Docker Compose is deployed here, and using Docker PS command, you will find our simple ping manager is running here. So this service which we have access through web page, and the same which access here. So this is the basically backend for our EC2 instance where our service is deployed. So apart from the EC2 instance, we have deployed the autoscaling group. Let me show you autoscaling group here. So this autoscaling group configure here. So we have passed the one desired capacity, one minimum capacity, and maximum capacity is 5. We can configure the minimum capacity also, but as per this demo, I have taken the 1. But we can improve that. We'll see in our code base where to configure the desired capacity, where to configure minimum capacity, and where to configure maximum capacity. In load balancing, we have configured the target group. In target group, we have configured the different parameters like the health check parameter, timeout check parameters, the threshold. This is the target group as our instance is added here, and it's healthy. So basically we are checking health using the root path. So it's checking with the specific interval. That's the timeout is 2 minute, interval is 5. So this is the load balancer. Let me move to the load balancer. So this load balancer is configured here. In load balancer, you configure the listener. So there's a 2 listener is configured. You can see there's a 443. Basically, we use the 443 listener here, and here let me just view this listener. So here in this listener, basically use the certificate. So this same certificate we created in Amazon Certificate Manager. You can see the configuration is here. Let me redirect to SCM. So this Amazon Certificate Manager created certificate here, and this certificate which we created as part of our infrastructure, and then it's assigned to our load balancer URL. So basically this will assign to a URL, then it will be validated as a valid certificate. So let's again come back from the listener part. Okay, so this is the auto scaling and load balancing configuration here. The next is configure the security groups. Basically it's passing the permission to the who is accessing this service. So we have configured the port 80 and other port, and given the specific IP also based on need. And next we have create the launch template. So this will be created the launch template, as we want to deploy the multiple instance using the same launch template configuration. The next one is the Route 53 service. Let's go to the Route 53 service. This basically we configure for our domain, live domain. We have domain one hosted zone here. So this is my hosted zone, and this records basically these CNAME records are creating using our part of infrastructure where we use this CNAME. You can see this is the same CNAME which we are accessing here. So it's learn.easyws AWS easyaws.in. So this is the same CNAME basically we are using here. So this CNAME record will be created once our Elastic Load Balancer is configured, and we use the same records for creating the Route 53 CNAME records. So this complete infrastructure created in AWS. Now let's move further. So now let's move to the Jenkins part where we are running our pipeline project. So here I'm running my pipeline project. So simply it's DevOps pipeline created here. Let me show how I configure this pipeline. So this is very simple pipeline, but you can find a lots of configuration as this pipeline implicit. So here we are simply cloning our repos. You can find the same repo for your reference also. We are running the command make build, which will build our completely project along with our Docker image, which is pushed to the Docker hub repository, and we will pick that Docker image to deploy in our EC2. So this will push to the Docker hub. Let me show you. So this is a simple ping manager which is pushed to my account here. So this is our Docker hub account where we pushing the image, and the same image we are picking for the deployment in our EC2 instance. So Docker make part will be taking care of the creation of the uh, Java build project and pushing the image to repository specific, and make plan will validate our plan, and at last we apply the make deploy. So make deploy will deploy our infrastructure as infrastructure, complete deploy the infrastructure into the AWS. So you can see the pipeline here. Let me show you the pipeline here. So in pipeline, it's do the checkout first, then it will run the build. So this creating the infrastructure as part of the compilation of the Java application, and build the Docker image, and it will push to the Docker hub. Plan will populate the plan where it will check the what's configuration are going to change in terms of the state mapping with the AWS side. So it will create completely configuration. Here you can see this plan information, what resources are going to create and what resources are not, and what resource can be updated. Here you can see that's a change part also. Approval will be used for the basically we take the approval for the creating the infrastructure, and at last we take the apply for the configuration infrastructure. So it will take the completely plan related change. So whatever it's populate for the plan, it will create the infrastructure in AWS. So this all resource will be created AWS. So what are these resource? These are the same which we have discussed in the AWS console part. So it's, you can see the HCM certificate part, auto scaling, load balancing, this is security group, auto scaling group, launch template, this is user data, this is load balancing target group, it's EC2 security group, and this resource will be created, which already resource is there. That's why it's saying that 2 resource only add and 6 is change, no resource is going to destroy. So this will be created, and you can which deployed. At last it will populate the URL at the host name. You can see this is the host name which we use here as a ping manager. So this is our host name here. So let's now move to the code part, how to access our code, that you can directly find the same repository from the GitHub. We will populate the repository URL in the same video link. So we will go through the code part in a detail here. Before that code part, I want to tell you we are using Amazon AMI, where the predefined tools already installed. So for that we are creating the AMI part, and let me show you the Jenkins pipeline for the AMI. So this pipeline basically used for the creating the AMI on the Amazon side. We will have the different tutorial for the how to create AMI in a AWS for the predefined configuration. So you can view that tutorial later, but I just want to highlight we are using the predefined AMI just for predefined configuration, because we need the Docker Compose, we need the Packers, we need the Gradle. So all tools are predefined. That's why we need the predefined AMI. Now let's move for the code part. So here basically two part is configured. One is the Java application and second is the Terraform part. So let's start with the Java application here. So there are two part. One is the Gradle configuration and second is the source part configuration. So the Gradle configuration will basically pass the Gradle wrapper properties. You can find that this Gradle wrapper properties here in the Gradle